Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Jimmy Butler's defiant message to people who want him to shoot more threes. It is safe to say that Jimmy Butler has worked out wonderfully for both him and the Golden State Warriors. In a must-win play-in tournament game against the Memphis Grizzlies, playoff Jimmy shined bright, collecting a game-high 38 points to lead the Warriors to a 121-116 victory. While 38 points feel like a dime a dozen in this age, Butler's performance was uniquely impressive in how he only made 2 3-pointers. Instead, Butler got his points by attacking the paint and drawing fouls. Butler finished 10 of 16 from shots inside the arc and 12 of 18 from the free throw line. He combined with Stephen Curry for 75 of the Warriors' 121 points. After the game, Butler explained his scoring process plainly and simply. "I can shoot, I just choose not to shoot threes. I'd rather drive into the paint and get a layup or pass the ball to someone on my team who's probably a better shooter than I am," Butler said. "I think you and everybody else want me to shoot more threes, but I like shooting layups." When he first arrived, there were concerns that Butler's reluctance to shoot threes would mess up Golden State's spacing. Playing next to Draymond Green, there were worries that Butler's interior scoring game wouldn't mesh next to another non-shooter. But those concerns were inflated. Butler's play has unlocked the Warriors' offense. If anything, his determination to attack the paint has given the Warriors' offense a whole new dimension. In the same press conference, Butler explained his mindset in the Warriors' offense. "It's always play basketball the right way. Shoot the ball when you're open. Attack into the paint, get to the free throw line, and pass it to the open guy," Butler said. "I feel like I have the opportunity, in Golden State, to pick my spots incredibly well. And they are always looking to get me the ball in my spots where I can be aggressive and put the ball in the basket. Or make the right play for the next individual. We ran a couple of sets for me to do that, and Steph did all the other stuff." The Warriors want Butler to be Butler. And that means prioritizing layups and drawing fouls. The Dubs will need more of that as they head to the Toyota Center to face the Houston Rockets in the first round of the 2025 playoffs. Draymond Green delivers bold take on Jonathan Kuminga's future after play-in benching. Jonathan Kuminga may have fallen out of the Warriors' rotation, but Draymond Green still believes the young forward will be a factor as Golden State shifts its focus to the Houston Rockets. Kuminga has logged back-to-back DNPs during arguably the Warriors' most important games of the season. He didn't play in a 124-119 loss to the Clippers on April 13, which bumped the Warriors into the play-in tournament. "When you get to these tight games, you tighten up your rotation and you play your guys, and you go for it," Kerr said after the game. Once again, Kuminga was nowhere to be found on Tuesday during the Warriors' 121-116 play-in victory against the Memphis Grizzlies. Anthony Slater of The Athletic reported on X during the game that Kuminga was out of the scripted Warriors rotation. Kuminga averaged 15.3 points and 4.6 rebounds in 24.3 minutes per game this season. Green has been a vocal supporter of Kuminga and sees him playing a role in the team's first-round matchup against the Rockets. "He'll contribute," Green said. "He's great, getting his work in. That's the best thing you can do in that situation. He'll be meaningful for us in the next series. I have zero doubt about that. The challenge for him is to stay mentally engaged, as is for anyone in that situation. But I have zero doubt in my mind he's going to help us in that series." The Warriors opened as the favorite in their series with the number 2 seeded Rockets, per FanDuel Sportsbook. In a thrilling first slate of NBA play-in tournament games, the Memphis Grizzlies fell to the Golden State Warriors, 121-116. The game was close throughout, with the Warriors pulling away due to Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler combining for 75 points. On the Grizzlies' side, Desmond Bane led the way with 30 points, while Ja Morant poured in 22 points on 9 of 18 shooting from the field. Memphis will now face the winner of the Sacramento Kings-Dallas Mavericks game in a do-or-die matchup for the last playoff seed. Warriors forward Draymond Green also had an impressive night with 4 points, 6 rebounds, 10 assists, 3 steals, and a block. He made himself known on both sides of the floor, playing great defense while facilitating on the other end. After the game, Green talked about Morant as a player and how he came back in the fourth quarter after injuring himself earlier in the game. Morant went down with an apparent ankle injury in the third quarter. When asked what he say for Morant, Green had some praise for the 25-year-old. "The dog that always is Ja," Green said. "I think he may struggle to play in the game Friday. He came back tonight off straight adrenaline. But that's who he is. That's why this franchise has been in the position that they have been in over the last few years, and you're kind of like, man, they may make a run. Because Ja is special," Green continued. "He's one of the more special players in this league, and has the heart of a lion. So I wasn't surprised at all. That's who he's been. That's who he's going to be. His saying, 'I'm going to run up the chimney,' and he lived by that. You know, I respect it because he never not run up the chimney." Due to the loss, the Memphis Grizzlies now have one final chance to make the NBA playoffs by defeating the winner of the Dallas Mavericks facing the Sacramento Kings. Ja Morant breaks silence on injury scare in Warriors-Grizzlies. The Memphis Grizzlies finished their 2024-25 regular season in 7th place in the Western Conference with a 48-34 record, landing in the play-in tournament and having to face the star-studded Golden State Warriors. However, with a spot in the NBA playoffs on the line, the Grizzlies fell short. Warriors stars Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler combined for 75 points, 15 rebounds, and 10 assists to take down the Grizzlies, securing their spot as the 7th seed in the playoffs and will move on to face the Houston Rockets in the first round. In the third quarter of Tuesday's loss, Grizzlies star Ja Morant went down with a scary ankle injury. Morant showed strength by returning to the game after the injury, but struggled once he was back on the court, scoring just 4 points in 9 fourth-quarter minutes, and did not look like himself in clutch time. The Grizzlies are now moving on to face the loser of Wednesday's Sacramento Kings vs. Dallas Mavericks matchup, but Morant's injury has left many fans worried about his status. Luckily, Morant assured the media that he would be playing, but refused to say much more than that. "I'm playing," Morant said. "That's basically the answer I'm giving. It ain't nothing different." Morant finished Tuesday's loss with 22 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 5 turnovers on 9-18 shooting from the field and 1-3 from beyond the arc, struggling to find a rhythm in their biggest game of the season. Heading into a win-or-go-home game on Friday, the Grizzlies desperately need Morant healthy and playing at his best for a chance to punch their ticket to the playoffs. And you fan? What do you think about Ja Morant's situation? Write to us in the comments.